Madden. Your boy runs his Tennessee. Got the Dallas defense, Dallas defense though. They always kid. Oh yeah, I love them color rush. I love playing white. Let's get it, boys.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Ryan Suckup of the Titans has this one teed up, and we are underway from Nissan Stadium. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guy.
1 second. Gotta get all set up and ready. Get this Madden going. Excuse me. Come on, boy. Let's get it. Ready when you are. Hit that resume. Let's get this football going.
We'll go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go to Elliott again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, he almost picked it.
He picks it.
Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Titan football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Space to maneuver at the 40. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 55 yards. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A second down throw for Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Awesome.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Prescott, this will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd down, Prescott. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bailey able to knock it through. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Running with Elliott. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Tennessee will get the ball again here on offense. And, you know, you work Tennessee's games in the preseason. You see them up close and personal. In particular, Marcus Mariota. How's he looking going into the 2018 campaign?
Much improved, better health, had a terrific offseason. But he's on his 3rd head coach going into his 4th year, so systems change all the time, and he's adapting. He'll get some big help from second-year wide receiver Corey Davis and second-year wide receiver Taywan Taylor. If they play well, that will help Mariota in a big way. And also, they picked up Dion Lewis from New England as a running back. I believe he has the potential to catch 60 balls out of the backfield. That'll jump up percentage and move the chains for Tennessee.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Malik Collins able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. On 3rd down, Mariota eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, let's go, let's go.
On 3rd down, that's Lewis. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Uncorks one for Davis. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So that one will be accepted. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go. They'll try to throw now. Mariota sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Final play of the half here. Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Adoree Jackson on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it's a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Derrick Henry works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Randy Gregory able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A first down throw for Mariota. Being chased out left. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point put through by Suckup. They'll make the score 14-0. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now running right through it. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script coming up?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Back now in Nashville. The Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
4:40 left to go. I'm up 7. See what happens.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Keep it rolling. Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Finding some room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Mariota now from the 50. Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Rashard Matthews the intended target, and it's third down.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Flushed out right.
Oh, wrong button. I meant to hit R1.
But incomplete.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
That
is going to be a safety.
Use a safety?
So
let's get it.
Double whammy. Not only
let's get it, baby.
Football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a two-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now the Titans getting set to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go.
Second down, Mariota. Buying time to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Oh, shoot. Third. I'm going to have to throw this motherfucker.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's Brett Kern now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
Let me get one safety.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Austin. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Prescott to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
You're the one that came on.
Here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw. He tried to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Austin's got it left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mariota. Going deep here for Matthews. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Hey, good game, man.
And Charles,
I
think when the schedule comes out, all teams.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I'm fulfilling all kites. To put in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie up. the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night. She had my all over the mess. Can't sit on my house. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life?
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. They love the black and gold here in the steel setting. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mariota. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And it pops straight. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mariota. Jonathan Bostic with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. This one from 48 yards away. And Succop will put this one right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. That's going to be caught. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Black 80, Snickers, 66. Let's go.
Now Bell. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Let's go.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Mariota gives to Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much.
And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger rolling to his right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. And brings up 3rd.
What else do I have to do, man?
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On third down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now Mariota. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Let's go.
They'll try and run forward with Bell. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Bell. And they are going to stop him as they'll wind up going backwards. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
A second down throw here for Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Henry. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Roethlisberger on first down. That's complete. It's Bell. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Roethlisberger, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. This is Bell on the dump off. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Man open left side is Brown. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So our Madden cover guy, Antonio Brown, with a catch. He turned 30 back in July. He's been nagged a little bit by a quad injury, but they think he'll be perfectly fine by game 1.
Yeah, they're not worried about him at all. He understands his body very well. They'll bring him along slowly because the production has been off the charts throughout his career. I just love the way he shows up at camp every year. 2 years ago, comes in a Rolls Royce. How about this year? Helicopter. Cannot wait to see 2019. Private jet? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I was thinking 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. Can he navigate a boat through the 3 rivers? I don't know. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Bell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Let's go now.
On second down, Roethlisberger. He finds an opening past the 40. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Goes underneath for Bell. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete here on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. James has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
66, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Roethlisberger. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we progressed through the preseason, so let's prognosticate about the regular season. NFC.
Can we overanalyze?
Yeah, I want to overanalyze too. NFC, the 4 divisions. Who do you have winning them?
Let's start in the East. Super Bowl last year. I think they win their division again, although Dallas will make a strong run at them.
Okay. In the South, you were saying you like Atlanta.
Yeah, I do like Atlanta. Get back to the top. Tough division. 3 teams in the playoffs last year. Atlanta, New Orleans, which won the division, and Carolina.
Going west, who do you have out there?
The Rams. They took over for the Seahawks last year. I expect them to stay on the top of the heap. But let's face it, a lot of excitement in San Francisco with Jimmy Garoppolo.
In the North, can Green Bay overtake Minnesota?
They can, but I don't think that they will. I think the Vikings defense carries them home. Kirk Cousins, their new quarterback. The Packers will challenge in a big way, but keep an eye on Detroit as well.
Now a handoff to Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Mariota. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. It got his man complete. A big play, Mariota to Davis. 45 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one.
And now look at this. Big game and a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Escaping the pressure right. Dumps it off to Lewis. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. A screen to Bell. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
66.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Focus. AB. Jack 16.
Ben to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He can't get him down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Looking left side, he's got him in. It's Bell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Flushed out right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does, and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
One. Let's go. One.
Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The Titans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Keep it rolling.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. On now is Ryan Succop for the field goal try. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, coaches always talk after losses about putting that behind you and moving on. But in a case like this, when you could have won it with a chip